Okay, we're back at it. That last stamp went in the trash. There was no hope for it. Not sure the combination of vision and just a bad material for me. I'm back using firm cut, and this stamp is going much better so far. It is a gnome holding a jack-o'-lantern, and it's going pretty good. So I do have a junk journal to share with y'all. I'll do that in a little bit. I'll just do a little carving, get a little bit more of this stamp done. Been working on this stamp for about a week. A little bit here and there. My carving tools are a bit dull still. I need to take the time to use the slip strop to get it a little more polished. We do have a little issue with the pieces of rubber letting go on the firm cut, but I still prefer this material to the June 6th stuff or the sandwich material. I definitely can't use the pink stuff. I just cannot see anything. I can't see much with this, but it is something. And I thought I was really going to have to give up carving stamps this time. But these stamps are really large. I'm not sure how well they'll be received out in the wild, so it might just be for journaling purposes or gifts. But I'm just grateful I can do some carving. But we'll get back to it in a minute. I will get that cute little journal. So excuse the camera for a moment while I adjust. Okay. So it's a very small journal. It has a little dangle on it, and this is a paper clip. Hidden paper clip that says something beautiful. The closure is little clips from Tim Holtz, and it's tied with a ribbon. So you can untie the ribbon or unhook the clip to open. So I'm just going to take the clip off so you can see inside. Excuse the jitters. So we have the inside. It's all made with these little coin envelopes, and in each one has a tag and a gift for the person I made this for. So it is decorated with stickers and washi tape. Different papers and mice from my stash. I sewed on a button and some faux stitching around the heart. And sorry about the wire being in the way there. And so all those pages, and then on the back there's a pocket and it's full of stickers. This has a little flip up butterfly made out of some packaging. There's some book page. Again, I apologize for the jitters. So this is the flap in the back, and it has the, flap in the back that has the pocket, and it's full of stickers. And the flap closes. This is the back cover. Then I have a little dangle. Book page circle, and a friend from my VIP meeting gave me that. So I added that to the dangle. I think I'll add a charm too. There's a birdie. But I will, there's charm. I'm not sure what it says. I don't remember. And I can't see it, so. But I'll have one of my kids read it. So that's my second junk journal I've ever made. Now back to the stamp. So if you're not familiar with stamp carving, you've got to make sure like the inside, these pieces here, get carved out or it will be just too much static. I mean, some of it is okay, depending on the type of stamp and how you like the aesthetic. I mean, I always have a little static on my stamps, but sometimes it's just too much and it takes away from the image. So, knife carvers are always more exact. They always seem to have very clear, defined lines and no static. But that's just the nature of knife carving. I was never good at it, even when I had vision. I mean, I used a knife some for really narrow places that a gouge can't go, but I still, again, was never really very good at it. I admire knife carvers. They have such precise stamps. Yeah, I don't usually throw away stamps, but that last one was unsavable. It was not recognizable as anything, and there were not enough lines that anybody could have fixed it that could see, so to the trash it went. I'm doing Gnome stamps right now as I'm working with a collaboration with my friend Littlefoot to do a Gnome series of letterboxes in which I will carve 4 or 5 gnomes and add to the collection I already have, and she will carve 2 gnomes, and we will get them planted somewhere in Maine for others to find and enjoy. We're going to have to put a little warning to letterboxers that these are larger than normal stamps, as you know, people when they bring their logbooks out hunting for letterboxes sometimes have little ones, and if they know the stamps are going to be large, they might want to bring index cards instead, and then they won't fill up their logbook so quickly, because the size of these stamps, you can fill up a logbook pretty quickly. So I'm hoping to have these done and we get a chance to get them planted before the snow flies. But Littlefoot is really busy. So, yeah, letterboxing and carving stamps and now junk journaling. That's a new adventure for me. I am going to work on a prayer journal for my friend Tina. Somehow, nothing seems to be pretty enough or good enough. I don't know what my problem is lately. It was just an excuse because I haven't felt very well, so I can't sit at my desk for very long. I'm actually learning to carve standing right now because of my back injury. But like I said, I'm just grateful I can carve at all. It really is my happy place. I used to be able to carve while riding as a passenger in a car. Those were the days. When my 14-year-old was just a month old, me and my husband and the 1-month-old, we went on a road trip to a letterboxing event in West New York. It was a spur-of-the-moment decision, and we just got into our minivan and I carved a series of penguin stamps on the way there. That was a crazy adventure. You know, I met some very interesting and talented people in the letterboxing world. It's hard now where my blindness makes a lot of things inaccessible. I still have been on some easy trails and had a sighted assistance to find stamps. It's not the same as it used to be, but I still enjoy being out on the trail and have my 10-year-old help me with this video. I'm going to see if he can edit it and maybe speed up some of it. Like, so it's not, you know, I don't want to bore people with a 3-hour video. It's not like anybody would want to watch that, I don't think. I don't know, maybe it'd put some people to sleep. And that might be nice. If somebody has trouble falling asleep, they could watch my 3-hour carving video and fall fast asleep. Oh, not to be negative or anything, but I did have a situation. I purchased something on Poshmark, and I gotta say, people need to buyer beware. Now, I know this. I mean, I've bought things online before, you know, by private sellers. I don't know what I was thinking. I really thought, you know, it was a pretty good deal. It was not a super, I mean, I could have got a new one for not much more, but I was like, okay, I'll just do it this way. It was a big shot die cut machine, and they're quite expensive, and I just really didn't have the funds. But I really wanted one because I can't cut a straight line because I can't see it. So I thought die cuts would help. Like I need to make a rectangle shape or whatnot. So I did it. I purchased it at a private sale through Poshmark, and it came. It did not have any cutting plates, and I told the seller, I'm like, I don't understand. It would be like selling a pair of shoes but only sending one shoe. It is not functional without cutting plates. And you don't even know if it wasn't yours and you got it secondhand and was just reselling, you don't even know if it works. So, anyways, I went about purchasing cutting plates and a platform, which by the time I was finished, I could have bought a new one with all those things included. And sadly, the machine has issues. It is a wheel inside to put the pressure on the dies to cut it, and it's warped, and it does not work properly. And I'm just sad and frustrated, and I know I just need to forgive them and let it go. But man, that was a tough hit because I just had a rough go with my health, and I wanted to, I don't know, give myself some comfort. And the die cut machine really is to make things for other people, encourage people with these little gifts of journals and things. But things like that happen, and I just need to let that go. And maybe the person didn't know it was broken, and just move on. So I am working right now. I have a job as a mentor to blind individuals that are taking a business program through Insight, and that's going very well. It's remote. I meet up with the participants on Zoom, and I think I learn as much from them as they do from me, which is nice, because I have not been blind very long, really. I lost most of my vision in May 24, and May is just not a good year for me, because then I lost the remainder of my vision in my left eye on May 12th of this year. And so some of the participants in this business program have been blind a lot longer than I have. So they are, they're more versed in technologies that help the blind in different programs and things. One of my participants said her doctor said that her hearing seems like she's having trouble with her hearing, and her memory is really has to do with her vision loss. And I was like, that is so weird. I've never heard that before, but I've said over the past 3 months I think I'm going deaf, and Lord knows my memory isn't there. But the doctor told her that our brain is just trying so hard to get and process information visually, even though the vision is not there, that it causes our brain to not have the resources for our hearing and for our memory. So I thought that was interesting, and I had never heard that before. But I definitely can understand how, our bodies are trying to adapt to this new reality. I've been working with Elizabeth Nitzel on some disability employment projects. And that's been cool. I feel like I'm advocating for the blind people and chronically ill people. Elizabeth, Liz, she's a ball of energy. She's just great to work with. And she also told me about a new program. It was remote work, 20 hours a week, pays $20 an hour. I thought that was a pretty good deal. And it's all about leadership and advocacy. So it was kind of right up my alley. Because I would love to start a community hub where we can be a training ground for the blind and just basically combine all of my different areas of life, like letterboxing, homeschooling, blindness, just all those things, where each community could have a place, and like blind people could come and train to have a little cafe where they can learn how to serve and food or run the registers with adaptable equipment. Have events for DBVI, Department of Blind and Visually Impaired, and different state, entities, those types of things. And a very big barrier for blind community is transportation. And my orientation and mobility instructor, Jordan Kim, came up with a name for a transportation program that we could start which would be My Ride, because a play on the program Be My Eyes, where you can call for sighted assistance for free. I mean, that's a great, amazing tool for the blind, where we can call and get a volunteer who can see, and we use our phone camera to, get the sighted assistance. I mean, there are AI tools, but like I have a pair of MetaView glasses, and I call him Meta the Moron because I can't get him to read the things I need him to read, or to tell me what's in front of me or whatnot. So I'll keep trying eventually, but AI is not quite there for the blind to be trusted to give us really accurate information every time. I'm sure it's getting there, but for now, I think I'll take the real people assistance. So I'll stop the video now and then come back and show you how it turns out.